There's something about the way Italian men dress that's hard to replicate. It's not louder, it's not more expensive, it's not even more fashionable in the traditional sense. But it always looks right, effortless, like they didn't try, but also like they know exactly what they're doing. And that's the thing, they do. Italian style isn't an accident. It's a set of principles that most men never learn. Small decisions repeated over time that quietly separate looking dressed from looking considered. It's not about the brands, it's not about the trends, it's about understanding why certain choices work and others don't. In this video, I'm breaking down 10 fashion tricks that make Italian men look so stylish, and how you can start applying them to your own wardrobe today. Everything I mention is linked below. Let's get into it. 1. They prioritize fit over brand. Italian men don't care about logos. What they care about is whether the jacket hits the shoulder correctly, whether the trousers sit at the natural waist, whether the shirt follows the body without pulling. This is the foundation of Italian style. Fit is everything. You can wear a $1,000 jacket, but if the shoulders are too wide or the body is too boxy, it looks wrong. Meanwhile, a simple, unbranded piece that's been tailored properly looks expensive, even if it costs a fraction of the price. The trick is simple. Buy fewer, simpler pieces and then tailor them. A $50 blazer taken in at the waist and shortened at the sleeves will outperform a $500 blazer that doesn't fit. Italian men understand this instinctively. They'd rather wear 3 things that fit perfectly than 10 things that almost work. If you're not getting your clothes altered, you're leaving presents on the table. Find a good local tailor. Build a relationship. Even basic adjustments, hemming trousers, tapering a shirt, adjusting sleeve length, make an enormous difference. The Calvin Klein houndstooth blazer is a great starting point here. It's already cut with a soft, natural shoulder that drapes well on most body types, and their in-house tailoring makes dialing in the fit easy. Italian style starts with proportion, and proportion starts with fit. 2. They dress for proportion, not trends. You won't see Italian men chasing extremes. No ultra-skinny trousers, no oversized everything, no dramatic silhouettes borrowed from streetwear or runway shows. Instead, Italian style sits in the middle, balanced, harmonious, and timeless. This is intentional. Proportions that are too tight or too loose throw off the visual balance of an outfit. They pull attention to the shape of the clothes instead of the person wearing them. Italian men avoid this by choosing silhouettes that follow the body without squeezing it or drowning it. Trousers are straight or slightly relaxed, never painted on, never pooling at the ankle. Jackets have soft structure and follow the torso naturally without excess fabric. Shirts are shaped, not tight. Everything flows. The goal isn't to look like you're wearing the latest cut. The goal is to look like the clothes were made for you and for no one else. When shopping, pay attention to how the garment moves. Does it pull? Does it bunch? Does it fall cleanly when you stand still? Balance is everything. The Zegna Trofeo wool trousers hit this sweet spot perfectly. Tailored through the thigh but relaxed enough to drape cleanly. Trends fade, proportions don't. 3. They keep the color palette tight. Italian men rarely wear more than 2 or 3 colors at once. This isn't a limitation, it's a discipline. By keeping the palette tight, every element of the outfit feels cohesive. Nothing fights for attention, nothing distracts. The eye moves across the whole look instead of getting stuck on a single piece. The base is almost always neutral: navy, gray, brown, cream, black, olive. These colors anchor an outfit without overpowering it. They create a canvas, and then, if there's any color at all, it's subtle. A burgundy knit, a muted green jacket, a soft blue shirt. Never a bright pop just for the sake of it. This is why Italian men can look so put together in such simple combinations. Navy and cream, gray and brown, charcoal and off-white. These pairings never compete, they just work. The trick is to let texture do the talking instead of color. A navy wool blazer over a cream linen shirt and charcoal trousers doesn't need a loud tie or a patterned pocket square. The interplay of fabrics creates interest on its own. You're building depth through material, not through hue. If your outfit feels chaotic, check your colors. Chances are you're wearing too many. Strip it back, build from neutrals. Let one piece be the focus, if there is one, and make everything else support it. The Bruno Magli merino sweater is a good anchor piece. Rich, understated, and easy to build around. It works with almost anything. When color is quiet, everything else gets louder. 4. They choose texture over graphics. You won't find Italian men wearing graphic tees, bold logos, or loud prints. Instead, they reach for texture. Wool, linen, flannel, suede, corduroy. These materials add visual interest without adding noise. They make simple outfits feel intentional without trying too hard. A plain navy jacket in smooth cotton looks fine, but that same jacket in a slubby linen or a nubby wool hopsack looks considered. The fabric itself becomes the detail. This is how Italian men dress simply while still looking rich. They're not relying on branding or graphics to communicate quality, they're letting the materials do it. The trick is to pay attention to what you're touching, not just what you're seeing. When you pick up a piece, does it feel substantial? Does it have depth? Does the surface catch light in interesting ways? Those are the pieces that elevate an outfit. A flannel shirt instead of a plain Oxford, a suede jacket instead of a cotton one, a textured knit polo instead of a peak polo. Small shifts that make a big difference. The Todd Snyder Italian wool shirt does this beautifully. Soft, textured, and elevated without being loud. Texture is the quiet flex. 5. Shoes always anchor the outfit. Italian men build outfits from the shoes up. This might sound backwards, but it makes sense. Shoes set the tone. They determine whether an outfit reads casual or refined, relaxed, or sharp. When the shoes are wrong, the whole outfit suffers, even if everything else is perfect. This is why you'll see Italian men in beautifully broken-in loafers with a simple white tee and well-fitted trousers looking better than someone in a full suit with the wrong shoes. The shoes tell the story. They signal intention. They show that you understand how an outfit comes together. Italian men don't overthink this. They keep it classic. Clean leather loafers, well-made lace-ups, simple suede boots. Nothing flashy, nothing trendy, just quality leather in timeless shapes. Brown and tan for casual, black for formal, maybe a burgundy or navy for something different. That's it. The trick is that great shoes elevate even basic pieces. A white tee, navy trousers, and brown loafers looks effortlessly stylish. The same outfit with chunky sneakers or scuffed dress shoes looks completely different. It's not that sneakers are wrong, but they change the entire register of the outfit. Think of shoes as the anchor. They ground the outfit. They add weight and intention without needing to stand out. And when they're right, you don't even notice them. You just notice that everything looks correct. If you only invest in one area of your wardrobe, make it footwear. The Scarasso penny loafers are handmade in Italy using traditional techniques. Clean, refined, and built to last. They're the kind of shoes that get better with age. Great shoes don't just complete an outfit, they carry it. 6. They avoid office casual pieces. This one separates Italian men from the rest. Italian style has no room for the bland, functional pieces that dominate office casual dress codes elsewhere. No shiny quarter zips. No stretched chinos with athletic waistbands. No tech fabrics pretending to be tailoring. These pieces feel like compromises, clothes designed to check a box without offending anyone. They're safe, but they have no soul. Italian men go the other way. They wear natural fabrics, real wool, real cotton, real linen, clothes that wrinkle a little, drape naturally, and actually feel like something. The trick is to ask yourself, does this piece have character? Or does it look like it was designed for a corporate handbook? If it looks like it came from a dress code, skip it. Choose pieces that feel intentional instead of inoffensive. A soft wool blazer instead of a synthetic sport coat. Cotton trousers instead of polyester blends. Real leather shoes instead of rubber-soled hybrids. The Buck Mason brushed twill chino is a good example. Natural fabric, clean construction, zero corporate energy. Italian men dress for themselves, not for HR. By the way, if you're finding value in this, now's a good time to subscribe. It helps more men find these videos, and it lets me keep making content like this. Everything I've mentioned is linked below. Let's keep going. 7. Jackets are light and unstructured. Italian jackets don't feel like armor. While many men wear stiff, padded blazers that hold their shape like cardboard, Italian men choose soft, unstructured jackets that move with the body. Minimal shoulder padding. Light or no lining. Fabrics that drape instead of standing rigid. This creates a completely different silhouette. Relaxed, natural, almost casual. But because the cut is still precise and the proportions are still correct, it looks sharp without looking stiff. The trick is softness without sloppiness. A jacket should follow your shoulders naturally, taper gently at the waist, and move when you move. It should feel like a layer, not a shell. When shopping, pay attention to the shoulders. If they stick out past your natural shoulder line or feel overly padded, the jacket is too structured for the Italian look. You want a soft roll, not a rigid edge. The Baglioli K jacket is the gold standard here, completely unstructured, garment dyed, and designed to feel like a second skin. When your jacket moves with you, you look more relaxed and more refined at the same time. 8. They always create a waistline. Italian men never look boxy. Even when wearing casual clothes, there's always a sense of shape. Trousers sit at the natural waist, not low on the hips. Jackets taper slightly through the body. Shirts follow the torso without billowing. This creates a defined waistline, which gives the body visual structure. It elongates the torso, balances the shoulders and hips, and makes even simple outfits look intentional. The trick is knowing where your natural waist is and dressing for it. Your natural waist is the narrowest part of your torso, usually just above the navel. Trousers should sit here, not below, and shirts or knitwear should be shaped to follow this line, not hang straight down. Boxy silhouettes add visual weight. They blur the lines of the body and make everything look heavier. Italian men avoid this instinctively by choosing clothes with subtle shaping or by tailoring them to fit. If your trousers sit low, try a higher rise. If your shirts billow, have them taken in. Small adjustments create big changes. The Rice Valentino Slim Fit shirt does this well, tailored through the body without being tight, designed to create shape. Structure is subtle, but it's everything. 9. They keep accessories minimal, but intentional. Italian men accessorize less but better. No stacking rings on every finger, no multiple bracelets, no clashing metals or mismatched tones. Instead, they choose 1 or 2 pieces and let them speak. A clean watch, a quality leather belt, a simple pair of sunglasses. Everything matches the same tonal family: silver with silver, gold with gold, brown leather with brown leather. There's a cohesion that feels almost invisible, but you notice when it's missing. The trick isn't restraint for its own sake, it's intentionality. Every accessory should have a purpose and a place. If it doesn't add something, it's just noise. Italian men treat accessories like punctuation, not decoration. They finish the sentence without overwhelming it. A watch that's right for the occasion, a belt that matches the shoes, sunglasses that complement the face without dominating it. That's the whole game. When choosing accessories, ask yourself, does this complete the outfit, or is it just filling space? If you're not sure, leave it off. You can always add later, but you can't take back the noise. The Persol P03269 S sunglasses hit this perfectly. Italian-made, timeless shape. No logos screaming for attention. They look right with tailoring, with casual, with everything in between. Less is more, but only when what's left is right. 10. They let clothes age naturally. Italian men aren't afraid of patina. While many men chase newness, replacing items the moment they show wear, Italian men embrace the character that comes with use. Leather shoes with creases and depth, suede jackets that have softened over time, wool trousers with a gentle fade at the knee, linen shirts that have relaxed into something better than they were new. This isn't neglect, it's confidence. Italian men understand that clothes are meant to be worn, not preserved, and that the best pieces only get better with age. A perfectly broken-in leather loafer tells a story. A brand new one just looks expensive. There's a difference between looking polished and looking like you just unwrapped everything. The trick is buying quality in the first place. Materials and construction that age gracefully instead of falling apart. Cheap leather cracks, good leather develops patina. Cheap wool pills, good wool relaxes and drapes better over time. Cheap stitching unravels, quality construction holds. This is why Italian men invest in fewer, better pieces. They know those pieces will become more personal over time. They'll fit better because they've molded to the body. They'll look better because they've developed character. They carry history in a way new clothes never can. When you invest in well-made pieces and wear them often, they become uniquely yours. That's not something you can buy. You can only earn it. The Grant Stone Traveler. Penny loafer is built exactly for this. Quality leather and Goodyear welting that ages beautifully and can be resoled for years of wear. It's the kind of shoe that looks better at year 5 than year 1. Italian men don't dress to look new. They dress to look lived in. Italian style isn't about dressing loud, and it's about dressing like you know exactly what you're doing. And that's the trick that ties all of this together. It's not about following rules, it's about understanding why certain choices work. Fit over brand, proportion over trend, texture over graphics, simplicity over noise. When you apply these principles, you stop thinking about what's fashionable and start thinking about what's right. You stop chasing trends and start building a wardrobe that actually works. One that reflects who you are instead of what's popular this season. The best-dressed Italian men don't look like they're trying. They look like they just know. And now you know too. Everything I mentioned in this video is linked below. Just pieces I actually like and reach for, nothing complicated. And if you're ready to keep refining, check out the video on screen. It's the best next step. Keep refining. I'll see you in the next one.